the Swanee River flows. Down south, that's where all the cotton grows. All of the mammies they call divine come from below that old Dixon line. But let me tell you about that dear old mammy of mine. I've got a mammy, but she don't come from Alabama. Her heart is filled with love and real sentiment. Her cabin door is in a Bronx tenement. Believe me, my mammy never heard about dear old Black Joe. She's never been down where the sweet magnolias grow. She don't play a banjo or ukulele, but her lullaby is Ailey, Ailey. That's why I love my Yiddish mammy.
Hello, I'm Marc Leavey, and this is the third installment of Great Jewish Women Entertainers, and a great one we have today. Sophie Tucker was a feminist before the word existed, using her size and sexuality to tantalize and scandalize audiences while blowing them away with her talent. She was a full-figured woman who flaunted her appearance rather than apologize for it. Born in Russia and brought to America as an infant, Sophie began her career as a performer, singing for tips in her family's kosher diner in Hartford, Connecticut. After marrying Louis Tuck, her parents encouraged her to abandon her show business ambitions and become a housewife. But Sophie could not suppress her calling to perform and, after divorcing Louis, left for New York City. When Sophie began singing in vaudeville, producers were convinced that her size prevented her from becoming successful and insisted that she perform in blackface. Sophie became known as a world-renowned coon singer, and it was only after her makeup was stolen and she was forced to perform without blackface that audiences and producers finally recognized her true appeal. Sophie soon found success with songs dripping with her own style of brash sexuality, including I'm the Last of the Red Hot Mamas, I'm Living Alone and I Like It, and I Ain't Taking Orders from No One. Her most popular song, My Yiddish Mama, the inspiration for the song that opened this presentation, also became her most politically charged recording after Hitler deemed the ballad threatening to the Third Reich for its respect for Jewish heritage and subsequently banned its sale and ordered all copies destroyed. So let's have a listen to Sophie singing that song.
Of things I should be thankful for, I've had a goodly share. And as I sit in the comfort of a cozy chair, my fancy takes me to a humble east side tenement. 3 flights in the rear to where my childhood days were spent. It wasn't much like paradise, but amid the dirt and all, there sat the sweetest angel, one that I fondly call a Yiddische Mama. Sie macht doch süß die ganze Welt, a Yiddische Mama. Oi weh, wie bitter, wenn sie fällt. Ihr darf doch danken Gott, was hat ihr noch bei sich. Ihr wisst nicht, wie treurig sie wird, wenn sie geht weg zu Gier. In Wasser und Feuer, wollt sie gelaufen für ihr Kind. Nicht halten ihr Teier, das ist gewiss der größte Sinn. Oi, wie glücklich und reich ist der Mensch, was hot als das schöne mit Sonne geschenkt von Gott. Nur ein altes jüdische Mama, Mama, man.
Sophie never let her critics determine her legacy, establishing in 1945 the Sophie Tucker Foundation, a clearinghouse for several ecumenical causes, as well as donating time, energy, and money to organizations including the Negro Actors Guild and the Will Rogers Memorial Hospital. Sophie's humor and provocative appeal have survived to the current day, seen in many of today's Jewish women performers, such as Bette Midler, Roseanne Barr, Sarah Silverman, and many others, unafraid of upsetting traditional standards of female beauty and sexuality. Here she is on her final network television appearance, originally broadcast in October 1965. Sophie Tucker, then aged 78, lived until February of the next year. Still a headliner until the very end, her voice was not what it used to be, but her showmanship was unsurpassed. There will never be another Sophie Tucker, big, brassy, bawdy, but always a lady. Here she is, introduced by Ed Sullivan on his popular weekly program.
One of the great ladies of world show business. We were in London when she opened there. I never saw such a turnout of royalty. Queen, Princess Margaret. Wherever she travels, she's accompanied by great affection, great respect, because she is one of the all-time greats, just as Judy is. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sophie Tucker. So let's...
Thank you very much. Will you please? Oh, please. Thank you very much. Thank you for your lovely reception. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Oh, isn't this a lovely setting? And all my wonderful show business friends. Daddy, I get a happy feeling from these wonderful friends, because they remind me of some wonderful songs. All I have to hear is a measure of soul, and I can see my friends before me, stopping the show. I see them in the spotlight, taking bow after bow, and their applause never ends. Yes, I get a happy feeling from these wonderful friends, because they remind me of some wonderful songs. And you know, it's a funny thing. A song will make you think and remind you of a favorite friend, where you first met, where you were playing, and music has that magic. And I'm sure there isn't a person in this audience who wouldn't feel just a bit younger and happier hearing Ted Lewis sing, "For when my baby smiles at me, it brings you love, love that brings sweet harmony. I sigh, I cry, it's just a bit of heaven when my baby smiles at me." We started in show business together, in burlesque. What a great comedian. She can make you laugh at the drop of the hat, and as easily cry when Fanny Bryce would sing, "Oh, my man, I love him so. He'll never know all my life has been despair. But when I'm in his arms, the world is bright, all right. What's the difference if I say I'll go away, when I'll come back on my knees one day. But whatever my man is, I am his forevermore. A young man bursting with talent at the time. Singer, dancer, actor, writer, producer. 6 shows running on Broadway at one time. But I remember him so well when he first played for me one of his songs that became the world's greatest favorite. George M. Cohan's Give My Regards. Broadway. Remember me. Tell all the boys at 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Tell them of how I'm yearning to be back with that old time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway. Tell them I'll be there ere long. Frenchman I first met 45 years ago. He flew up from Paris to London to see me at the Kit Kat Club. Couldn't speak very well English. At that time, it doesn't speak any better now. But in any language, this song means Maurice Chevalier. Every little breeze seems to whisper to me. Words in the seems to hear me. Each little rose tells me it knows I love you. I love you. Anyone can see that I wanted your kiss. It had to be. But the wonder is this. Had it be true, someone I knew could love me. Louise. If ever a song contributed to the legend of a great performer, this one did. Just think, bring back to your mind a skinny young man jumping back and forth on a stage, clapping his hands, rolling his banjo eyes. Eddie Cantor, Eddie Cantor. If you knew Susie, like I know Susie, oh, 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 what a girl. Just one so classy as this fair lassie. Oh, oh, goodness gracious, what a chat. We went riding, she didn't walk. Back from Yonkers, I'm the one that had to walk. If you knew Susie, like I know Susie, oh, oh, what a girl.
You know, you forgot to sing one song. It was introduced, you were talking about other days. This was introduced in 1910 by a young girl from Hartford, Connecticut. Some of these days. Did you sing that?
Some of these days, you'll be so low. You'll miss Marc. You're gonna miss my kiss. You're gonna miss me, him and I. Far away. Let her feel so low. Boy, you owe me. Cause you know you've had your way. When you leave me, you know it's gonna grieve me. Gonna miss your red hot mama some of these days.
a wonderful experience, isn't it?
Our next session will begin with a woman who inherited the mantle of bawdiness from Sophie Tucker and set her own course, another great Jewish woman entertainer.
Down south, that's the home of melody. Down south, that's the land of bumblebees. All of the mammies I've heard it said, in that old Southland they're born and bred. But down in Dixie my mammy ne'er rested her head. I've got a mammy, but she don't come from Alabama. Her heart is filled with love and real sentiment. Her cabin door is in a Bronx tenement. Believe me, my mammy never heard about dear old Black Joe. She's never been down west, the sweet magnolias grow. Although she was born across the big ocean, to this land she gives her real devotion. That's why I love my Yiddish